Hey, I hope you're all doing well, and I hope that you're ready to embark on a little journey with me today to the Embarcadero in San Francisco. These views that you can enjoy from the Embarcadero are simply spectacular. And you can enjoy these views from the seawall, the Ferry Building, even the piers. And one of my favorite piers is Pier 14. Pier 14, you could view the city really nicely. You can see the outgoing and incoming ferries. And since it goes out pretty far into the water, you can see Treasure Island and most of the Bay Bridge pretty much unobstructed. And of course, there's the famous Ferry Building, and you can see it undergoing some renovation work here. It is a hub to many of the San Francisco Bay ferries, as this port of San Francisco will take you to Alameda. You can even take a ferry to Angel Island, which is what we did for our anniversary. And these ferries are pretty cheap, and you could go to, again, great spots in the Bay Area, and look at the views that you can enjoy of the city from the ferry. If the food and the views weren't enough for you, well, you might find it fruitful to enjoy the farmers market that they have on Saturdays here near the Ferry Building. And you can even catch a little sample of something that you've maybe never had before. And even if you had had them before, hey, these are fresh, free, and beats going to Costco for the free samples. And speaking of which, I'm curious how these purple cauliflower taste. And if you do like rotisserie chicken and pork, the Roly Roti, that huge line right there, that is a famous food truck that you can enjoy out here. Yeah, they're called Roly Roti, and I do recommend waiting for that line to go down just a little bit. And they do have some amazing potatoes, FYI. But let me warn you about these Bay Area birds. They are streets, and you gotta watch your back and your food, because as you all know, these birds ain't loyal. Yeah, the seagulls are so smart, they actually know how to time the Giants games to start scavenging for food. That being said, I'm keeping my hands around my food and my eyes on these birds. It's incredible to imagine that this whole plaza was once the site of a huge double-decker freeway not even like 40 years ago. And now it is a place where you can enjoy walking, and typically is the first stop that I'll take when I get here to the city. You see, I live in the East Bay, and Embarcadero is one of the first stops that the BART takes once you cross into San Francisco. And even if you live here or visit here, you could also take the MUNI and any of the buses to many places from Embarcadero. One of my favorite keys to fake cinematic looking video is just find yourself some dramatic looking clouds and then slow the video down. It also happens to be quite convenient that this city is already quite cinematic looking as it is. So the story goes that these cranes that you see in the back there at the Port of Oakland were actually an inspiration for George Lucas's at Walkers in the movie Empire Strikes Back. Like, now you can totally see that resemblance, right? No matter how many times that I've been here, I always find a way to still have a little bit of fun while I visit Embarcadero. And this pier, as well as the seawall, is so close to the water, it's subject to a lot of king tides or rainstorms that can periodically flood and sometimes even damage the concrete barriers you could see in the background. And this storm in 2023 actually caused a significant amount of damage. And yeah, this seawall has probably seen its better days, such as these days here in 2018. During its history, the Embarcadero has gone through its share of changes, including the ferry building itself with, constantly new restaurants, obviously the removal of the huge highway that was once here, and now there's literally a street just called the Embarcadero, which is great for foot traffic, and, you can enjoy different art displays throughout the years. As far as the ferries go, there's new routes that are constantly being added, new terminals, and other parts that are maybe deteriorating or changing just due to nature, economics, all the things that every city has to go through as they evolve. However, one thing that will remain a constant is going to be my love for this part of the city, and despite the fact that I know it's going to change, I'm going to be here through and through, and I'm excited to see, what is to come as this great city continues to evolve in one of the best parts of California. Evening is one of my favorite times to visit Embarcadero, as you could view the lights of the Bay Bridge, and on certain nights, you could even view the rising of the full moon. All right, if you made it this far, or even if you didn't, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. See you back for another video.